Have you ever wondered how to get better sound in your YouTube videos? I've got a few tricks and tips that are going to help you do just that, and I'm going to share some of those with you right now. First things first, we're going to talk about microphones. As you probably know, there are a lot of different kinds of microphones. There are shotgun mics, lav mics, desktop mics, built-in mics, and a whole plethora of other microphones. As with anything else, each microphone has a job that it's best at. Shotgun mics capture whatever's in front of them with a cardioid polar pattern, which just means it's directional. It goes right there, and that's all it records. Lav mics are omnidirectional, which means they capture sound from all over, but lav mics specifically capture sound much better close up than they do farther away. Then there's your camera's built-in microphone, and that's probably the least useful one of the group. If you're just trying to record something offhand, generally even your phone's microphone is going to be better than your camera's built-in microphone. But it'll do in a pinch. It's the kind of microphone that really seems to record more of what you don't want than what you do want. Like, all of your background sounds are going to sound much more prevalent on your camera's built-in microphone than they do even to your own ear. Now, if you went out and you bought a nice mic, but it's still giving you bad audio, you may have picked up the wrong kind of microphone. A lot of vloggers now on YouTube are using Rode mics. And that's a shotgun mic, and that's really good for vlogging, but it's not the best all-around for everything mic. Like, for this kind of video where I'm just sitting down talking to the camera telling you guys about something, the best kind of mic that I would recommend is one of these lav mics, like the one I have on right here. It's really good for stuff like this because you can switch to different camera angles, you can do things like that, and you're always going to be the same distance away from your microphone because it's clipped right to your shirt. This one that I'm using right here is called the Sony ECM-CS3, I think, and it runs for like 20 bucks on Amazon. Highly recommend you go pick one up. I'm going to leave a link in the description, not an affiliate link, just a link. Go pick one up. They're fantastic microphones. As you can hear right now, my voice is very well picked up by this thing. It's a very full sound, and there's not a lot of hiss or any popping. If you're going to use a shotgun mic, the best use for a shotgun mic is if it's very close to you or whatever it's recording, because the closer you are, the better the sound is going to sound with any microphone. But with a shotgun mic, it is just accentuated so much more. If I'm as far away from my camera right now as I am talking to a shotgun mic, you're going to be able to hear me, but it's going to sound super tinny and just really bad. So with a shotgun mic, you want to be as close as you can. That's why it's good for vlogging, because you're holding your camera right here, right close to your face, and it's not going to be any farther away than that because its maximum distance is your arm. And you're able to get good shots of things outside because you can get close to them. You're able to get like right in. If you're trying to get some grass or something, you'll be able to get a little bit of that sound because you're not going to be too far away from that thing while you're filming it. That's a little bit about probably the main two microphones you're going to be using for something like this. I'd like to take a moment right now to tell you guys about this channel's unofficial sponsor, Honey. Honey's a browser add-on for Google Chrome, Firefox, and even Opera, and they're planning to add support for more browsers soon. So those of you on Safari, it's coming. I'm on Google Chrome. I love Honey. Honey automatically searches through thousands of online coupon codes to make sure you're getting the best deal every single time you shop online. It doesn't get in the way of anything, it's not obstructive, and it's free. It can also get you cash back on a lot of your purchases even after it applies your coupon code. It's like free money. If you would like to try out Honey for yourself and save money when you shop online, the link to the free browser add-on is in the description. I can't recommend this thing enough. It's saved me a ton of money shopping online, and I've been using it for a really long time. So go down in the description, click that link, and download Honey today. Okay. So, now that we've talked about Honey, we'll get back into the video. If you know you bought the right mic, say you need a shotgun mic, you're out vlogging, you're out taking videos of things outside, you're trying to just capture life as it happens, you're not taking the time to mic things up, you're just recording good audio, or if you bought a lav mic and you know that's what you need to clip it to your shirt, you have the time to mic yourself up, you want to get that good crisp audio all the time, no matter where you are, what you're pointing at, you're just mic'd up, you're ready to go. But you still can't seem to get that good, crisp, clear audio quality that you hear everyone else getting. it's probably not a problem with your microphone so much as it's a problem with the settings in your camera. This is the biggest and best tip I have ever received when it comes to recording audio for video. And that is, if you go into your camera's menus, find your recording settings, and then within that, find your audio settings. In there, you maybe, I don't know, I have a Canon, other people have Canon. If you have a Canon, you should have access to what this is called an attenuator. And what that does, I'm not going to go into the science or anything like that. It does a lot more than this, but basically what it does is it reduces the incoming sound and makes it so that you get a lot less hissing in your final recording. And then what you want to do after you've turned that on is go on over to your manual recording levels, put your mic where you're going to have your mic, put yourself where you're going to have you while you're recording, and start talking like you would in your video. You need those levels to be between -10 and -12 decibels. When it's right there, you're going to get the best possible sound quality. It's not going to be hissy from being too quiet and needing to be boosted, and it's not going to be popping and peaking and being all over the place up there because it's not too loud. You're not going to need to make it quieter, and then it's not going to be sounding all bad. It's going to sound just like it is as you say it right now. And that little change makes a huge difference. Before, I spent way too much money on microphones trying to figure out why none of them were working with my camera, even though it definitely had a microphone jack and was supposed to be using things like this. The -10 and -12 decibels trick completely changed my whole audio recording game. Now my audio sounds good, it's crisp, it's clear, and before it was hissy or it was poppy and I just couldn't figure out why my microphones weren't working, but it ended up being within my camera settings. So definitely give that a shot if you're looking to get better audio, and I hope it helps you. If the problem that you're facing is less technical and more environmental, like say you're in your room but outside it's super noisy because you live in a city and there are people honking and cars driving past and people talking and yelling, the easiest thing to do is just to move to another room in your house, even if it's a hallway or something like that. Just get away from the source of noise, put some walls between yourself and the noise, and it's going to reduce that noise a lot and make your audio even more crisp because it's not going to be listening to all that background noise. If the noise is coming from within your own home, I would recommend telling whoever you're living with that you're going to be recording and that you would like it to be quiet for like 10 or 15 minutes so that you can get your recording done, and then they can make as much noise as they want. Now, if your family is a little bit more on the loud side, I would recommend going outside to film. Go to a park. If you're out and about with your camera, I've noticed that people don't really bother you. If you're recording a video outside in a park or something like that, people aren't going to walk in your shot or anything like that unless they're just completely unaware that you're there. And even if they do, you're outside, so your viewers are probably going to understand a little bit more why there's someone walking through the back of your shot. And if you're recording on a lav mic or a shotgun mic with a windscreen like this one, it's going to not sound bad being outside. If you're far away from your camera, then maybe you're going to have a little bit of trouble. But if you're relatively close to your camera and there's not a ton of wind, it's going to sound really good. And you're going to have a lot of natural light. It's going to be well lit because of the sun. And it's just going to be a great looking video. Being outside makes for great video. If you can't go outside for any reason, like here, I can't really go outside right now to record because it's literally 0 degrees Fahrenheit, then I would recommend get a comforter or a different kind of thick blanket, hang it over wherever the most noise is coming from, and you'll be surprised how much noise is reduced by just having a thick blanket over the source. And if that's not an option, and you're using a cardioid microphone like a shotgun mic or something like that, make sure that where you are, the microphone is not pointing toward the noise. Make sure it's pointing only toward what you want it to record, and I would assume in this case it's you. So make sure it's not pointed at the noisy door or the noisy window. Make sure that it's only picking up your voice or things that you want it to pick up. If after all these tips you're still having trouble with your audio, let me know in the comments below and I will do my absolute best to help you sound as good as you can in your videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you learned something, and make sure you subscribe so that we get one step closer to that 10K giveaway. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.